This hand is good enough, that's for sure. I think we always just want to run out Pyromancer here turn 1. Since even against, say we're up against Burn, it's still probably worth it to just take the 2 life and have it in play against like Goblin Guide, even though we can't necessarily activate it next turn. Okay, well, Tron is a pretty awful matchup. It's definitely not what we want to see. Our opener, if we had like a remand into this mix, our opener's pretty good though. All it really needs is a little more disruption. Spell piercing like a Karn is always nice. Ooh. What was I calling for? And I think I can actually leave up the Pyromancer, since really it's not gonna. I think I should have mana available this turn, since it's unlikely I'll cast Spell Pierce and Remand. So basically any time I have 2 cards in the yard and mana available is when I want to be using Pyromancer against Tron, since its value is just in doing as much damage as quick as possible. Jeez, what's going on? Searching for land. Not a fan of this. Oh my. We're up against that Tron. Well, that's good. And we'll just get Island. This Tron, I feel like, is a better matchup. Ooh. Okay, so the question is, are we playing a second Young Pyromancer if he has Worm Coil and like Remand or Condescend? It's annoying. I think we can actually just leave all this up, because our clock is pretty fast right now. Like he's kind of forced to do something. Or not. And happily Spell Pierce that. Doesn't get much better than that. Spell Piercing, so much value. And getting a 1/1. That's also quite the value. Yeah. I mean, the lightning bolt ends the game, but we pretty much had this one. He could have potentially went like Supreme Verdict, but even then we were probably still in reasonable shape. So all our cards are somewhat reasonable. We want Electrolyzing Cryptic. I think we want the Blood Moons, even though they're not that great against the Tron decks. Usually the Blood Moon is not an instant win, more of just a speed bump, but it's a pretty good speed bump. Dispel's probably good enough against a blue version. They're gonna have counters. And same goes for Spell Pierce. Being able to pierce anything and win a counter war. The question is Relic gonna be good? If he has the gifts combo and like Snapcasters, it's like it's kind of not the fastest. Like it's slow if we just want to cycle it, and it hurts our Snapcaster mages. But I think we probably still want it in. I'm not sure. We're probably just trying to get value rather than sort of bolt them out like we would against Green-Red Tron. Because Green-Red Tron's more like all-in, wormhole you, Karn you kind of thing. Whereas this, we can probably play like the value game, which makes Spell Snare and like Electrolyze more appealing. Do I want more Spell Snares? If he has a Remand and like the Signets, Spell Snare is pretty good. Alright, this hand is acceptable. 2 Serum Visions, Young Pyromancer, it's a pretty good start. Alright, Blood Moon. Let's go ahead and get a Steam Vents. Yeah, we don't need that, and we will definitely take that. So this Blood Moon might do some serious work this game if it keeps him off Tron. Or you could just play a Signet. I probably just want to resolve a Pyromancer while he's tapped out. Like, he's down to 3 cards and likely doesn't have that many answers. And Remand's okay, but he's not threatening to do anything big. The best thing he could probably do is like Gifts Ungiven, which we can only delay with Remand anyways. Yeah, this matchup feels much better than green-red Tron, which basically feels miserable. Alright, Hallowed Fountain. And Purge. Question is, are we Blood Mooning? Like right now it doesn't even do much, since he has the Signet. Probably just snapcasting Serum Visions right now. Since again, there's not too much to remand at the moment. Like Gifts Ungiven isn't even a huge issue. And I don't think I want the second Blood Moon. Like I said, it's not that exciting. Like he doesn't even have Tron yet. And of course we keep Probe on top since it's good to see what's in his hand. Alright, there's the gifts. I'm interested to see what he is going to be searching for here. Alright, yeah. Value gifts makes sense. And probably just giving him Path and Snapcaster, since the Snapcaster, whatever it's flashing back, we can just remand for maximum value. And the Path is just like whatever, since we're kind of playing for the long game at the moment. So we just want to give him the least value possible. I'll go ahead and probe before I Serum Vision, since that might help us with what we actually want to find. Alright, so he has another Gifts, which is basically the annoying card in his hand, and a Spellskite. Let's just go ahead and snip that. So right now the annoying card is the Gifts. We really want a way to hard counter that, and there is a way to hard counter that. I think I'm okay with both of these. And I'll go ahead and pass. He'll probably do the same. Respecting our mana. We are hitting him for 2 each turn at the moment as well, which is not nothing. Okay. That's fine. Let's go ahead and Serum Visions. Ooh, Young Pyromancer. And now we can even Pyromancer. So ideally we go Remand, and he attempts to Gifts Ungiven and hasn't drawn a way to stop our Dispel. That's what that was all part of our grand plan. Corky says BRB, sorry. So we'll be back after no messages. Alright, and we are back. Oh my god. Well, he has one card in hand, and hopefully it isn't going to blow us out here. Whew. He has Path and Spellskite and one unknown. Time for Blood Moon, I think. And I think I'm just gonna wait on all this stuff. Leave up Dispel with Snapcaster. Maybe that's a little too conservative since we know his hand isn't great. I'll just he would have to tap his Signet, but I didn't really want to tap out of Snapcaster Dispel at that particular moment. And I'll just go ahead and play out Young Pyromancer. Still doesn't want to path it. Alright, Signet is fine, since, I mean, the Blood Moon isn't really doing all that much. I think I'm okay just tapping out, since I mean, there's not, even if you were to Gifts Ungiven, we could just deal with that after the fact. Alright, let's see what we're working with. We don't really care about our life total that much. Oh my. That's kind of annoying. assume he's just going to Supreme here. But we're pretty far ahead at this point. Enough so that we can pressure with the Snapcaster. Let's get our last basic. Okay, well, this is looking good. Actually, probably should have electrolyzed on our turn, since could have just drawn like Serum Visions or Probe. And let's just get another Elemental by remanding our spell. And shuffle the library for luck. Boom. Lucky Pyromancer on top. Which... sure, I'll just play it out. Actually, should have done that first. Okay. Actually in trouble here to whatever this is. Yeah. Should have played the second loot house for just this situation. Should have actually only minus for one, since the Blood Moon is actually hurting us more than him right now. This is the funny thing. Oh my god, we're at 9. Why was I so liberal with my life total earlier? Now I see the folly of my ways. Just gonna hold on to the Pyromancer. See if we can't find something to go with it first. Yeah. There's something. Ooh. Where are all those lightning bolts when you need them? This is actually really nice. Four is probably about the same as 6. We'll be able to Snapcaster and Electrolyze. He's probably got a minus now. Illusionor. Okay. I think I've got a remand here. Drawing rather thin though, since we kind of needed that Snapcaster to attack. Now it's just gonna get eaten by Ugin. So sad. Too bad, so sad. Ooh, that's a good one. Certainly gives us a chance. Does it give us a chance? I guess we need like... This is why you need lightning bolts. Cryptic command, we've used both the electrolyzes, is the issue. So one less life. Dang it. I'm pretty sure this is exactly how this matchup is supposed to go. Both of us at 1, dying to Hugin. Makes sense. Shatterstorm to get the Azorius signets doesn't seem like the worst. Alright. What else can we do? Actually, explosives. Explosives is probably just better. I mean, it blows up our Pyromancers, but it's basically cheaper against the Azorius signets, and there's a chance we could get like Expedition Map or something. If he's tapped out. Alright, let's do that. Alright. His hand doesn't have the pressure, but I think it's fine otherwise. Alright, so Disenchant, Spell, Thirst, Gifts, Path. His hand is good. Lacking in mana though. Let's just go ahead and pass. If he does something, we can remand it and resolve Blood Moon. Which I think is the play, even though he can search up a plains and then disenchant. But now we can stop that. This should be annoying for him to deal with at least. Right now he has Disenchant, Dispel, Gifts, Thirst, Path, and 2 unknowns. Assume he's just getting the plains. Yes, he got a plains. Alright, let's take a peek. Alright. Well, this is great if we just spell snare the disenchant. He's dead in the water. Of course, we're getting a little low on gas. Good old engineered explosives is reasonable, stopping Azorius Signet draws. And can't really do anything because we need to keep up mana for disenchant. If I had the option, I would like play the engineered explosives, but play Serum Visions first, probably anyways. Alright, there we go. Still just know his hand. Holding on to the disenchant. Let's go ahead and preemptively drop this down. Just because it's really annoying if he draws a Azorius Signet. So I actually want that in play. And hopefully won't need the multiple blue cards. Go the distance, young Grim Pyromancer. He's drawn a bunch of lands in a row, which, I mean, is good for him, even though they've been mountains. He hasn't had to discard until now. He will draw an Azorius Signet or Island or something eventually. I mean, I could just play Snapcaster Mage. I think this is fine though. And yeah, we'll just ambush Viper now. He still has a path. Which I'm just gonna remand. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, Ugin is a little bit of a concern. If he did go land, disenchant, Ugin, or like island, something, Ugin. All those good plays involve Ugin. Just let that happen. And I think I'll just attack with the Grim Pyromancer. Since if he does, I guess he has to deal with both Blood Moons now. Actually, that was pretty foolhardy playing the Star Visions. Because now he could just Ugin and destroy us. Should have left up Snapcaster Mage, probably, and waited until I had all 3 blue. Although I kind of got the sense that he didn't have Ugin based on him not casting it. So he still has, what, Gifts, Dispel, Disenchant, Negate in hand. And a bunch of other cards. These games have been very strange. Alright, Disenchant and Gifts. Makes sense, since Disenchant isn't really going to do much. I think we just go for the win, since he needs Path, pretty much. Alright. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. I believe we don't need the electrolyze, but should give us the guaranteed win. I guarantee. Yeah. Well, you done good, Blood Moons. And engineered explosives back up for value. Alrighty.